got some new toys. So I got 3 items here. So here is the first one, and this is how Brown delivered this, because you know all that logistics and stuff like that. What can Brown wreck for you? So this is literally how this package come, already flipping open. I mean, it wouldn't take much for, oops. If I knew what it was, probably wouldn't have it. So luckily, when I ordered 4, at least I received 4. So what are these? These are these little, well, not little, but huge, to me, they're huge, DeWalt packs. So I got these guys a couple of years ago, and they're still holding strong. These are your generic eBay or Amazon or whatever you want. These are the Vanons for 20 volt DeWalt packs. And these are 6 amp hours. And they're a decent battery. So right now I only got like two tools that use these sled type batteries. One was an angle grinder, and the other one is my little air cannon, you know, so I can blow you away. So they use the sled packs. So I got like 7 of them. Need some more tools. And maybe a little longer run time. So that's what these are. So these are 12 amp hour 20 volt packs. So these are the big boys for ultimate runtime if you want to. So these are the big ones. 12 amp hour, and you can clearly see a size difference between the 6 amp hour and the 12 amp hour. And these are the they don't have a name brand on them, they're a generic guy, but these are the DCB200s. So the biggest battery you can get. This is not the DeWalt 20 volt, 60 volt jobbers. These are just the 20 amp, 20 volt jobs. And they got the battery monitor on there, and they're partially charged. So I'll have to charge them. And luckily, I bought 4 batteries because I have a 4 port charger for these little guys. So I'll be able to charge them up all at the same time. And more than likely, I'll use these for this air cannon, because the air cannon uses quite a bit of power. So these, the little 6 amp hour batteries, the thing's about maybe 7 minutes, I guess. So you can do quite a bit, but you know, it never hurts to have bigger batteries. And since these are available now readily, because when I bought them 6 amp hours, it was few and far between, or as in impossible to get 12 amp hours. I mean, a lot of sellers said they had them. You go click on them, and bring up the necessary criteria to order them, and they say they're out of stock. So waited a couple of years. I think it was like 2-3 years. Now they're all over the place now, and you can get 10 amp hours and 8 amp hours, and then you get the little compact jobs that are, you know, 2 amp hours or whatever you want. You know, it doesn't really matter. Of course, I had a video of dissecting one of these 6 amp hour jobs out, because for whatever reason, 2 cells decided to completely shit the bed. And I had another pack that the top got melted off, and the terminals were destroyed, so I swapped the cells over and got the pack working again. So Now we'll move on to our next package, and like I said, I only have 2 tools, but now I got 2 more to play with, and they're outdoor variety. And eventually I'm going to start retiring all the 18 volt jobs for the 20 volt sled type, because the aftermarket for the 18 volt jobs suck. I haven't found a good brand yet, or a good source where you can get decent ones, and all the aftermarket ones are all nickel metal hydride, and they are absolute garbage. I mean, I bought 4 of them already, and they're not even a year old, and they're junk, you know. So can't get the DeWalt ones because they don't make them anymore. So maybe someday I will, but more likely I'll just convert over and just, you know, scrap the other ones. So on to the new toys, and you know, I'm a big gas shear type guy, and the extension shears, and the head shears and stuff like that, and the blowers and stuff like that. But when I do this professionally, all you hear all day is an engine running. And I'm sick of noise. I don't want to hear noise when I'm doing stuff myself. So I'm not going to go all quite electric on everything, but pretty much damn well, because I've already got a couple of items that are electric. So the first item here, and of course these boxes are so big they're not going to fit in camera or on the desk here or anything like that. So this is your 20 volt, 22 inch. Is it brushless? Not sure if it's brushless. Doesn't really matter anyway. And that's one good thing about these DeWalt tools, is that you can buy just the tool only. You don't have to keep getting chargers and batteries and stuff like that. So you get the bare tool variety. And I got a pair of Ryobis that I run off of an adapter off of these things, and they're pretty decent. So I wanted to try the DeWalt ones, just to have a nice set of shears where you can do nice work, and then you can dedicate, you know, like the Ryobis for really crap work where you don't care if you destroy them or anything like that. So in the packaging here, we got a bunch of packaging here for the possibility of batteries and chargers. So you gotta wade through that stuff so you can get to your prize. We got the destruction manual, and then if I can get them out without slicing my fingers. Nice. Get all that garbage out of the way. So what's nice about these is that these are dual acting blades. So they both, I hope they both shift. Yeah, they do shift. Because the anvil is on one side of the blade. Like this is your anvil, and here's your cutter, and it's a dual-sided cutter and stuff like that. So it feels like a pretty good weight. So it seems like to be decently built and stuff like that. So these are your DCHT820s, and these are your 22-inch hedge trimmers for trimming your shrubs. And it's got a wannabe factory trigger guard here for whatever reason. So get rid of that. And the trigger's got a little safety on it. You got to flick it ahead, so there's a little safety on here. It's like a trigger guard, like a gun. So you got to flick it toward the motor so you can squeeze the trigger. And it's a simple on-off. No variable speed or anything like that. It's either on or off, which is nice. We might delete that little safety in the future. I'll probably be taking these apart so I can get an eyeball on how good the gear case inside is greased. Because your commercial stuff, it's meant to be greased. So we'll stick a battery on here, and we'll give it the old first run up. So we'll squeeze a little safety in there. They sound nice. And they're nice and sharp. So I'll have to have a video. Maybe I'll attach it to somewhere on this video at the end, and trim a tree or something like that. Probably won't be today when I'm recording this. It's due to be raining. So, but it's trimming season, and I like to trim my stuff up here in the Northeast after July 4th. Then after that, you'll get very little regrowth, which is good enough to carry you throughout the rest of the summer and winter without having any winter issues that could mess up your shrubs because you cut them too late. So we'll get that out of the way. And then, of course, you know, if you don't want to work off a ladder, which I've done professionally for many years, and I don't want to do it no more, but there's times when you might need to do it. But if you can get a set of extension shears, then you're better off working on the ground. You're more efficient anyway. So that's what is in this last box here, and it's another big honker. So we got another 20 volt, a 22 inch cutting blade, and these are the pole hedge trimmers. And of course this is a bare tool, so you know, just a tool only. And for an added little storytelling here is I did look on Amazon to buy these, and actually it was not the best price. So both of these hedge trimmers come from eBay, but the story is they came from the same seller on Amazon and on eBay. They come from CPO outlets of Georgia. So it always pays to shop around a little bit, because just like Walmart's not always the cheapest place you can buy stuff. So we got more cardboard to burn and stuff like that. So we'll get the this is the headpiece. So this is the motor and the pole attachment part, and it's a 22 inch, and it's even got a nice little blade sleeve. So this is definitely dual action. The other one is, you can call it dual action, but it's really a single action. So both sets of cutters are actually cutters. You don't have an anvil and a cutter. So both of these act like scissors. So that'll be a very nice asset to have, because usually your low-end models have that anvil cutter, where the better, like, commercial series have the dual cutter on your blades. So if DeWalt, you know, had half a brain, why have manufacturing two different sets of cutting blades? Why don't you just make one cutting set? So instead of having this style, just have the dual style. Makes sense, DeWalt? And then our final piece here is our little battery pull thingy, because the motor is on the end of the hedge trimmer head. So that's interesting. And then what else we got in here? Then we got the strap and the destruction manual. And more cardboard to burn. So we got that, and they got the strap, just in case you want to hang it off, because it does help to hang it off your body, so you don't have to constantly. This is how you get built when you hold hedge trimmers out like this all day long. You get nice big moments. So what's nice about this, and what I like about the gas shears, is that the head is fully articulating. So just in case, you know, you don't really want to get on a ladder and you just happen to have them perfect shrubs that might be 22 inches or less, and you can reach it from the ground, and you're like, how do I get the top nice and flat? Well, you can actually articulate this head 90 degrees sometimes, and just, and it takes a lot of practice to do it blind. So these are nice. So they claim that these things have a 12-foot reach, but the reality is that you only got a 6-foot pole shear. So if you're 6 foot tall, then you get your 12-foot reach. So we'll put these guys on and figure out how it goes. He just screws on. So we got some, it can only go on one way because the end of the thingy here is oval, and it has some keyways. So we'll match up the, we'll try not to stick the blades in the ceiling fan. So, does this pull out? Or is it fixed? So that's about 6 foot. Okay. So these are your extension shears. Of course, I'm not going to be able to really show you how long it is. So it's 6 foot tall without knocking everything over. And there's the your trigger end. So the key with this is to find a battery that's going to balance this out. So that's why I sort of got the bigger batteries, because balance is key when you have a set of head shears. So I'm going to get the battery out of the hand shears and to see how well the balance is with a 6 amp hour battery. So it's still kind of heavy on one end. So when it's heavy on one end, you're always having to have that side picked up. And as over time, especially when you got your arms all the way like this, no matter how strong you are, you're going to get fatigued. So balance is key. Even with the gas shears, believe it or not, the longer the bar, the more balanced they are. See, let's take steel and Shindawas. If you get the bars that are under 30 inches, you're always having to pick up your arm with the trigger end. So you're always doing that all day long. You get fatigued and tired. So now we're going to try this 12 amp hour battery for balance. And you're going to say, well, yeah, you're adding weight. True, you are. But weight is not, it's kind of like a secondary thing. See, like right now, it's more balanced. Because before, my balance was kind of here where it connects to the pole. So now, we're about in the middle. And of course, when you got it all the way out like this, it's more, you got more weight here to help hold it in balance. And this one's got the safety trigger on there, so we'll eliminate that. So it's a spring-loaded piece of junk. So let's fire these up for the first time. See what they sound like. they got instant stop. Kind of. Doesn't have that nice motor stop, so it kind of coasts down a little bit. So that's going to be a huge asset to me, because you know, like I said earlier, I want a little quieter stuff. Because you're saying, like, yeah, they're kind of loud. Well, yeah, they are kind of loud, but we're also in a room, in a house. So we can we fold these all the way down? No. How about the other way? So you can go either way, but you can't fold it back on itself like a pair of gas shears. That's not a big deal. This is the kind of stuff that you stick in your garage or your shed. You either have it standing up or strewn across the rafters or something like that. So, little show and tell of the new batteries and stuff like that. And these nice, awesome shears. Don't know how long they run, and it's kind of hard to tell how long things are going to run. It depends on how heavy of the stuff you're cutting, because you could be cutting, you know, fine trimming and stuff like that, and the thing will run for a long time. Then you get into, you know, whatever the capability of the cutters can handle. So for the extension shears, of course, they're 22 inches. They have up to 2,800 strokes per minute. And of course, you're going to get a lot more power with a bigger battery with these guys. And for the Hedge, for the pull trimmers, the blade gap is about 1 inch. So theoretically, you can grind up to 1 inch thick stock. Not that you would want to. And the tool weight is about 8 pounds without the battery. So it's about the same. It's either the same or maybe a little lighter than a pair of gas shears and stuff like that. Of course, these come with a 3-year warranty, 1 year of free service, yada yada yada, and 90-day money-back guarantee. And this tool complies with OSHA because it has a stupid little safety trigger and stuff like that. And then the hand shears, they can cut up to 3/4 of an inch thick. Of course, it's a 22-inch long bar, and it's got the hook tooth blade. That's what they call it, hook tooth. And the other one, yep, just like I said, it was the dual action blades. And then you got the hook tooth blade. So stuff like that. Theoretically cut up to 3/4 of an inch. Of course, the strokes are 2,800 because it's pretty much the same thing as the hand shears and the pull shears. And the tool only is 6.4 pounds. And of course, whatever battery you stick on the end of it will determine your final weight. So whether you have a 2 amp hour pack, a 4, a 5, a 6, an 8, a 10, or a 12 pack, all depends on how heavy your tool will be. And to close this up, this video up, we'll see if the big boy battery fits in the blower. So as you can see, I got about 1 inch below the big foot. So we'll slide him out. We'll slide the big boy in. And he still sits below the foot, so you can rest him on the ground. Just like that. So, all in all, a good win for me, and more toys to have for DeWalt stuff, because I'm a DeWalt guy. You know, you got your DeWalt guy, you got your Milwaukee guy, you got your Makita guy, and then you got your Cobalt and Husky power tools, whatever you want to do, or Rigid. Whatever you're into. I'm into the DeWalt because I like the yellow and black, and I've had DeWalt for many years, have many good successes with DeWalt. Some of the tools have you know, met their demise due to dropping, and of course, you know, with plastic
You're only going to drop them so many times before they break, and that's the way it is. So I'm going to charge up my big 20 volt 12 amp hour packs, get them ready for a little future job that I do yearly now. And I'll put my little strap on just in case I want to use it for something. Keep it all together. And that's about it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye.